Yo, it's your boy Jay Swishes, Mr. Him Duncan, Mr. Put That Shit On, and right now I'm locked in with Stay on TV with Ashley Tiffany. You know that interview is gonna be a banger. You better get locked in.
Hey everyone, it's Ashley Tiffany, and you're now watching Stay on TV. We're here in Your Ears Studios in LIC, and I'm sitting with.
It's your boy Jay Swishes, Mr. Put That Shit On, Mr. Him Duncan, Mr. I'm Really Him, all that good shit. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for joining me too. So you're my first interview for the top of the year too. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm ready to, shine. I'm ready. This is my year. I'm about to go take over crazy. Right. And I appreciate that I'm the first interview since 6 months. So
yeah, for sure. And what type of mental space are you in right now? Like, are you happy, motivated?
I think I'm just super motivated right now. I'm just all about work right now. Like all I think about is just music and work and just working. Like I'm on just work mode right now.
And I was watching past interviews, and you said that you really just trying to take music far. So when you think about the music industry and your career, how does success look to you?
I mean, success looked to me as actually having a career. Like a lot of artists, they just having a moment. You know what I'm saying? But respectfully, they making microwave music. The records that I'm trying to make is timeless. Or not trying to make, I am making them. They're timeless, and I want to actually have a long-lasting career where people's kids know who I am. Just like how Drake, people's kids gonna know who Drake is. You know what I'm saying? All the people that I look up to, generations on generations know who they are. So that's the type of career that I'm trying to have. I'm not trying to have a moment.
Okay. And as far as not having a moment, where actually let's take it back. When did you actually start taking music seriously?
I started taking music seriously in 2018.
In 2018.
For sure.
And what was that take me back to that year. What was that turning point for you where you were just in the studio?
Well, first I was trying to get my money up because you need money to do music. So I was grinding, trying to get my money up. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a good nesting egg. Now it's time to do my thing. I got around somebody named Johnny Cashflow. You know what I'm saying? He brought me around Tory Lane. So I was around them, just soaking up game, being around different rappers, celebrities, you name it, just seeing shit and soaking it up. Then I realized yo, I'm a star. I need to branch off and start doing things on my own. Feel me? I got what I could get from this situation. Now it's time to be my own thing and be my own man. I took what I got and I started crafting my team. That's why you got people around me like my manager Solo. And then we was rocking ever since then. And then as we go on, as we progress, more people came onto the team.
Right. And you say it it was kind of easy and flowing. Yo, I was with Tory, but I know 2018 it was crazy for you. Did you stop, or was it as soon as you were on go, you were on go?
Nah, I was just on go. This is what I wanted to do, so I would just laser focus and I just try to soak up as much game. I was like a fly on the wall in the room, I'm saying, because not a lot of people get an opportunity to be around certain individuals or certain artists or just certain environment. I know where I'm from, niggas is not where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Or in the rooms that I was at. So I felt yo, I need to take advantage of this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I need to soak up game. I need to pay attention to what's going on, not just be hyped that I'm around. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit ain't gonna do nothing. I'm really trying to learn. I'm really trying to soak game up. So that's what I did.
Yeah, don't be caught up in the moment, because that could take advantage. And talk to a little bit about where you're from, because I know you were born in Canada and you're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, so both of my parents, they from Grenada. They went over to Canada, Ontario, Canada. That's where I was born. And then when I was like 9 to 10, I came to Brownsville. Okay. So I came straight to the trenches.
How would you say music entered your life in when you were in Canada, or when you made it to
I mean, I was always around music. My mom was a gospel singer. My dad was a DJ, so I just grew up with music. It's really in me. And everybody on my mom's side of the family, they all sing, they're really singers for real. I'm not even gonna play myself. I'm not a singer. I'm dope with melodies. Nah. I'm saying they sing for real. They sing. They sing. I gotta give respect to people who really do that for real. That's Chris Brown sing. Yeah. He don't just do melodies. That nigga could sing. You feel me?
So you think with vocal lessons?
Oh yeah. I'm already starting to get into that vocal lessons and all that. I'm gonna be a problem. I'm already a problem, but I'm gonna definitely be a problem when I sharpen my vocals and shit.
Okay. Now, Jay, talk to me a little bit about Brownsville. How has it shaped you as a person and in your music career as well?
I mean, Brownsville is like any other hood, any other ghetto. Is no positivity going on. You really gotta try your best to get motion and just try to like bring yourself out of that environment. But most of the time people get stuck in a cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like a generational curse. But I always had like a different type of mindset. I knew that this is not the place where I want to have my kids at. I'm not about to continue this cycle. I'm not about to just continue this ongoing cycle of just poverty and not having it or none of that. And I like nice things. I know what I like. So I need to get to it. So I realized that I'm talented. Everybody was telling me since I was young, yo, bro, you talented, you talented, you talented. So I'm like, yo, once I finish high school and stuff like that, I'm gonna take this shit seriously for real. And I just like have too much motivation. And the motivation is I don't want to be there. Love Brownsville. It made me the man that I am. It gave me backbone. It made me the person that I am. Like I'm a strong individual. Like I've been through a lot of stuff, lost a lot of people, homeless, you name it, all that shit. But I'm still here though. So it made me a tough man at the end of the day. And now I'm just trying to change my family's life. I'm trying to change the people around me. And I'm just trying to break a generational curse. That's what I'm really trying to do. That's my main purpose.
Mhm. And what would you say like you have learned about yourself since being in the music industry?
I feel like I learned that I know how to balance how I feel and knowing when, for example, when you're having a bad day and you're not in the mood, just like I just came on doing this interview with you, I can't be like acting like I don't want to talk to you and none of the people don't want to see that shit. So now I got to turn on a switch, even though it don't matter what I'm going through in my personal life. I got to turn that shit off once I'm in Jay Swishes mode and once I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I got to turn all that shit off. And that's probably one of the hardest parts to do because there's some days I really don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't feel like doing no interview. I don't want to be in the studio because I'm going through real shit.
Yeah.
So.
And how are you feeling today?
I feel great.
You feel great?
I feel good.
I don't even know if you were in a bad mood, happy, like.
Nah, I just have a good poker face. You wouldn't know.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
No, Capricorn. Okay, January?
Yeah,
Okay.
the 14th, yeah.
All right, I'm a Sag.
A word? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
November, though. So,
Okay.
yeah. But as far as, like, to just get to know Jay more, are you spiritual?
Yeah, I'm definitely a spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, like, when I was real young, I was like, my mom was taking me to church and stuff like that. Like, I feel like in this music, like, entertainment period, like, I feel like you gotta be spiritual to a certain extent because you could really get lost in the sauce, like, for real. And I need to be spiritual to have some type of peace of mind, you know what I'm saying? Just some type of, mental wellness.
Yeah, and I was watching past interviews, and I can relate to what you were saying because my mother passed away when I was in high school, and I know yours did before you started high school. What would she be saying like right now to you? Like what advice you think she would be giving you musically?
I feel like she would be mostly telling me like, just watch the company and the environment that you're around, especially in music. Like it's very like, she would just tell me like to just be careful. The thing about my mother is that she always talked to me as an adult, even when I was a kid. So she was already like, I always felt like I was more mature than everybody, like growing up. Like that was my age in the school because my mother always talked to me about stuff that I couldn't even understand when she was telling me at that age till I got older and everything started making more sense what she was trying to tell me. But she always talked to me like an adult. So it's really just more of like keeping my head on my shoulder and again, not getting lost in the sauce.
And not getting lost in the sauce, like what do you do to stay grounded?
Well, at first, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I had a phase where I was really not doing the right things to deal with my mental till something really happened to me, and it was like a eye opener. Like, yeah, I gotta stop doing this. This is not the right way. People got their own, their own poison, and my poison was really not good for me. So it's just like right now, I just try to have people in my corner that really just like boost my energy when I'm down or when I just don't, when I got a lot going on in my mind. Because I do deal with a lot of shit outside of music.
Mhm. Nah, and like you said, like you have solo around you, it's important to keep like a close knit circle. And you were around like Tori, you got Kranium on your EP. Yeah, EP. Like talk to me about like being around like all these people. What was like the best advice having like you received from someone?
That's a good question. Best advice. I think the best advice that I got is probably just to, you have to learn how to network, and you have to learn how to, like, I guess, be outside and really make relationships. And it's like that's a reoccurring thing that I've everybody has told me that I've been around. Like, I always hear that, like, yo, you gotta relationships is key. It's a lot of artists that's, I mean, their music is not that great, but they probably got everything else, which is networking, relationships, and all that stuff to push you to the next level. Because there's a lot of talented people, but the sad thing is they probably won't make it because they're not networking or they don't have the relationship, and it's just a fact. And marketing. So it's just, so that's really what it is, and consistency.
Yeah, and also like just making sure that the the artist is honestly like confident too. And I can see that with you. I can see it that in your music, just your persona, your overall persona. I know that you are really him. So let's jump into that. I'm really him. Were you in Atlanta recording that?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you were. Okay, so guys, yeah, we were talking before the interview. You said you usually record in Atlanta. Why?
Um, the vibes out there is lit. It's a lot of dope producers out there, and it's just like it's a different vibe in New York. I feel like in Atlanta, people are more like willing to come together. Like, it's less ego. I'm not saying there's not ego, but it's kind of less. Like, you would, if for example, a producer who probably is a Grammy nominated producer, if he fuck with you, he gonna come in the studio, play you beats, give you a beat, and that shit actually happened to me. So it's like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Was
like
it for I'm really him?
it was on I'm Him. Like, one of the producers on there, he's Grammy nominated, and he won a Grammy. Is on my song Him Duncan. Shout out to Zay Bands. He's a dope producer.
Okay. So it just really just get you like in your bag or something.
Yeah, like, it's just the vibe. The club is lit out there. The women is lovely. Everything is just lit. Like, why? Like, come on now, it's lit. And they love New York niggas out there. I'm telling you right now. Atlanta, they love New York niggas out there.
Girl, shoot, I think girls all over just love New York. People love New York guys. But as far as like, okay, so just tell me about like how do you feel like when you're home, when you're in New York?
When I'm in New York, I definitely love it too. Like, New York is home. I definitely get the vibe and just, like, stuff that I go through out in life out here too, because it's not like I live in Atlanta, I live out here. So it's like a lot of the stuff that I talk about is from what I felt out here. It's just that when I go to Atlanta, certain records might come about when I'm feeling a certain vibe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like the producers, the actual equipment to actually make the product.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So, okay, so do you have to be in a certain mood or in certain like environment? Because I'm gonna jump into like I Remember. That's a very like emotional track, and I feel like it would catch more of a vibe if you're in New York because you're from New York.
Right.
But since you recorded it in Atlanta, like how did that work?
I have a good way of channeling my feelings. Like, I'm really, like, in touch with my feelings when it comes to music. Like, when I'm creating, I really go in depth, and I really try to be. It's so crazy. I'm more open when it comes to music than when I'm actually, because I don't really like to talk about my problems. I don't really like to talk to people like that about certain shit because it makes me feel weird. I don't know why. It's just like, I be feeling like, yo, you going through your own shit. Why would I come tell you about my shit?
But sometimes you can be doing an interview and kind of like really talking about your shit, and you don't even notice it.
That's true. Like, in interviews, I'll be open because I also want people to really know me for real. So I don't got a problem with that. I'm talking about off camera, off everything. Like, even with my managers and stuff like that, like, certain things it's just hard for me to talk about shit. I realize I'm just so like, yo, just deal with it on your own. Even in relationships, I don't really like talking to, like, the girl I be with about certain. I'd rather just handle it myself. But sometimes I get burnt out and crash out because I'm just having all this shit in my head, all this stuff built up.
And how important would you say is like the female like listener to you and stuff like that, listening to your music?
Yeah, I definitely, like, a lot of my songs, like, yeah, I got stuff for the streets and stuff, but a lot of my songs is really for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm a handsome guy, I'm a fly nigga. I know that's what, like, especially on social media, I could tell, like, that's who follow me the most is women. And I just feel like once you have women, you have everything else, because they the ones that's gonna pay to come see you, and niggas is gonna be wherever the ladies is at. So it's only right that you cater to the women and make sure that they rocking with you, because once they rocking with you, everybody else gonna follow.
Right.
It's just like a mechanism.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And let's really jump back into I'm Really Him. Like, how do you feel the project been out since like November? What type of like feedback have you been receiving?
I've been getting great feedback. People got their favorites. Like, I Remember is one of them ones. It's like my most streamed song right now. Yeah, that should really touch people, both men and women. It's a very deep song. You kind of get to experience or, like, get to see, like, part of my personal life, what I've been through, because it's a personal record, but it's so crazy. Sometimes what you going through in your personal life, somebody else is going through in their personal life. So even though it's personal, it's relatable. Back. So yeah, so I just been getting great feedback, you know. Shout out to all the people I had on there, Kranium, Liravelli, you know, those dope artists.
Talk to me about that. How did the Kranium feature happen?
So,
That's big.
so I had a song, the Good Company record was already out.
Okay.
I had shot a video for it. It's about to hit 1 million views on YouTube. So Ron from Def Jam had sent that song to Kranium, and Kranium heard it, wanted to get on it, and then we got into the studio and we locked in, and that's how that came about.
Wow. Wow. Do you like, is that one of your favorite tracks?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite tracks. Hell yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga put the sazon on that shit, for real. And shout out to Lil Valley too, he's super dope.
Nah, dope. Y'all check it out if y'all haven't heard it yet. And as far as like, when did you know like I'm Really Him was completed? Like,
well, when I went to Atlanta, I already knew what songs was gonna be on the first one, what songs gonna be on the second one, because I wanted to also relate to the season. Like, I remember probably wouldn't hit in the summertime. Nobody trying to listen to that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, people trying to have a good time, people trying to have fun. They want to listen to turn up shit. So you can see that I'm Him relates to the season that it was in. Yeah. So it's like, I cater to that. Now, winter time around is a lot of like, it's more grittier, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of more feeling going on in the winter time. You get more in your thoughts. You get to really be more to yourself, because you are more to yourself. You're not outside as much. It's cold outside. So I'm saying, so it's like you driving in your car and you listening to it. It's like that shit just hitting, like you in your feelings. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you feel something. I'm trying to paint the picture to the backdrop.
Yeah, no. And I completely understand that too. And I think it came like at a perfect time, like in November, where people were in a, you know, their emotions, and also like a lot was just going on in the hip hop community, from, you know, PNB losing him and Takeoff as well. So like, how do you feel about like that, and, you know, the state of like hip hop right now and losing that many people?
I just feel like, first, I feel like that project, I'm Really Him, came at the right time. And the state of hip hop is just like, I just feel like we got to start learning from what's going on, learning from certain situations. Like, if somebody went through a door that's dark and crashed and burned, right? And we see like 3, 4, 5, 6 people go through that same door. Why would you go through that same door if you've seen other niggas crash out and burn going through that door? So it's kind of like we got to wake up and just learn from other people's situations and stuff like that, or just situations in general. You know what I'm saying? And just move the right way. Because there's too many dope, talented people is being gone too soon, and top of the fact that they're black. And that's never a good thing.
Nah, that's serious. I'm still like not getting over like Nipsey as well, but
losing too many kings.
For sure. And, you know, just to, you know, lighten the mood, jumping back into music. We're in the studio right now in your ear. Talk to me a little bit about your creative process. Like, do you need a lot of people?
Yeah, I like to be around people. Like, I feed off of just like, so basically I'm gonna paint you my studio session. I need the Henny and I need the Taylor Port.
Okay, Taylor Port. Yeah.
I chase my Henny and the TP.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that shit get me activated.
Really?
Yeah, you want them records, them feelings and all that shit. That's what that should do to you.
You just start writing, and then
I just be on my zone. My feelings, it make me talk about anything, like my pain, my struggle, women. You know what I'm saying? It just open up my feelings more, where I could really express it, sing it the right way. Everything, I just get activated. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, so a few of my niggas, and I like having women in the studio as well. You know, 'cause they set the vibe for me.
As far as Jay, like, do you have like yes men around you? Like,
absolutely not. Niggas around me is mad cutthroat, especially Panama, especially my 2 managers. Like, they'll be like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm not feeling that. You could do that line over again. I don't want yes men around me. That's how you become trash. Because at the end, if nobody's telling you that shit was garbage, who the fuck is gonna tell you? If your team is not telling you, who actually should be caring about you and caring about where you go, if they're not telling you, who else gonna tell you? When I'm recording and I'm bumping, I watch. You could tell, people will say a lot just by their facial expression, their body language. You could tell when somebody not feeling something. Even if that shit is fire. Their body language is not saying it's fire, it's probably not fire. So I be reading the room. I'm really good at observing people's body language. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like, I could peep all of that shit. But also my team would tell me like, yo, this is not it. That's why you ain't never gonna hear no whack shit from Jay Swishes at all. It's gonna be straight fire. That's it.
Y'all heard that? And honestly, nah, that's their facts. I'm happy you actually said that because I really enjoyed your last project. And okay, that's good to know. So for I remember, was the choir in the studio with you, or you got a wow?
I was recording. I'm like, yo, cause I'm also a producer as well. Even though I don't create beats, I create the sound. Yo, place this right here. Nah, this beat needs this right here. I produce all my tracks, but I'm recording. I'm like, yo, this should need a choir. So my team is dope. They got a choir in the studio. And the choir came, did they thing. That's me in there clapping, all that shit.
I think what I think is a hit. Like, when do you feel like you have a hit on your hand?
When other people tell me it is. I don't even say it's a hit. I want other people to say it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even cause nothing. I make a hit. I don't even try to be like going into the studio like, oh, I want to make a hit today. Nah, I just create. And I let the people decide for themselves what a hit is. I would say this, like, my music is for the people. The people gotta tell me it's a hit, cause they the ones that do make the hits.
I remember 6th grade was running out them bodegas. A couple dollars, a honey bun, cause I took no favors. No Call of Duty, but we play with guns like Al Qaeda. Get to the blue cheese with my rips, we didn't have no saviors. I remember it was days that we had no paper. Now it's more than I can count, I gotta show paper. I remember. Close my eyes for the first time in a long time. Gotta pray for the moments I sin. Went through the hard times, now it's our time. Gotta pray for the moments I win. I remember. Oh, I remember. Cousin Rudd just got hit with a couple felonies. Auntie Sherry working double, making payments on them lawyer fees. He ain't do but no Houdini, that's real loyalty. Remember we was masked up for quarantine. I just popped a perk and I'm the pain I feel inside of me. Wish I could bring my mama back to hear her say she proud of me. Just to hear she proud of me. Niggas say we gamble, who gon' ride for me? When I'm feeling pain, who gon' cry for me? I remember days praying for food to eat. Close my eyes for the first time in a long time. Gotta pray for the moments I sin. Went through the hard times, now it's our time. Gotta pray for the moments I win. I remember. Oh, I remember. Where was all the love when I was down and I was fucked up? Where was all these bitches coming now so I don't trust them? I'm just getting money and I focus while I come up. I just want my zeros with some zeros and some commas. I've been in the kitchen cooking, working on my sauce. Walking in Dior, I don't care how much it cost me. When they start to hate it, shit, just let them know they lost me. Close my eyes for the first time in a long time. Gotta pray for the moments I sin. Went through the hard times, now it's our time. Gotta pray for the moments I win. I remember. Oh, I remember. Close my eyes for the first time in a long time. Gotta pray for the moments I sin. Went through the hard times, now it's our time. Gotta pray for the moments I win. I remember. Oh, I remember.
What would be your dream project? Like, who just want to get featured by?
I would say I wanna Friday. Friday's dope. Vori. Drake, of course, like that's not even like Drake. Tory Lanez.
Okay. Singing Drake or rapping Drake?
Singing Drake. That boy getting his bag.
Okay.
Who else? Rod Wave. Produce.
Any females in there?
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm messing with Friday.
I'm trying to think what.
Sorry to cut you off.
I'm trying to think what female artists. I feel like right now Lola Brooke, fire. Maya the Don, fire.
Yes, Maya the Don.
And Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
I feel like those are my favorite 3. Like I would put on a project or album that I would be doing. I would get them 3 on it.
Wow, that's real Brooklyn. I mean, real not Brooklyn, but real New York.
Yeah, hell yeah. New York is like, come on now, like New York is the shit.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And as far as
And
like,
those 2 girls, they get busy.
who?
Maya and
Oh.
Lola, they get busy.
Yeah.
And I like their attitude, just like in your face, like I'm the shit. Like I'm all about that. I'm all about confidence. Like you really gotta. I really feel like they wake up in the morning, they be like, yeah, I'm her. I'm that chick, nigga. Nobody's fucking with me, and I like that energy. I like that shit.
So, what do you see for yourself in like the next 5 years?
Probably have like 3 Billboard hits underneath my belt. That's what I see. Probably a couple nominations. Not saying that I'm gonna win, but if I'm really feeling myself, hell yeah, I'm gonna win. But yeah, that's what I see, and I also see myself also writing hits for other artists as well.
I was just about to say that.
Hell yeah,
crazy.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You know the famous question: would you take that dinner with Jay-Z or the 100,000?
I'm taking 100,000.
Why?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, she said he's gonna take the 100,000 and not the dinner with Jay-Z. All right.
Shout out to Jay-Z though, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to come to the brunch. I'm still trying to work. There's no diss, there's no none of that. But that 100K, I know how I'll flip that 100K. That's why I'm saying that type of shit. And I already know that I'm gonna meet Jay-Z. I'm gonna have that meeting. So I'm gonna just take that 100K and I'm gonna see Jay-Z when I see him.
Nah, I like that. All right, Jay. And talk to me a little bit. I feel like, being an artist is not just about like the pen. It's not just about like, you singing or, the melodies. It's about the look as well. Are you into fashion?
Yeah, I'm very into fashion. Like that's one of my second passion. Other than music, fashion is my next passion. I'm also working on my own clothing line called No Landing. It's actually gonna be a line. It's not merch. It's an actual line. Like I'm taking, spending time with it. I'm not rushing it because I really care about the fabrics and stuff like that. Like I really care about material and stuff. It's not just about throwing a logo on some shit. Nah, when you put that shit on, I want you to feel like, okay, I spent my money's worth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's all about quality. I'm all about quality and shit like that.
And can we expect that this year? Or
I can't have a specific date. I don't want to put a date on it because I really want to take my time with it. I want to drop. Wow. It go crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Jay, if you wasn't like doing music, would you be doing like fashion?
Yeah, hell yeah. I love clothes. I feel like when you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And the line is not only gonna be for men, it's women as well. One of the things I enjoy to watch, fun fact, most men probably don't watch this show, Project Runway. I like that show.
Oh wow.
I watched that show.
I was not expecting that. That's cool.
Yeah, I did watch that.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. All right. Noted. Okay. And as far as like, is there any like misconceptions about you?
Biggest misconception? I don't really know. I feel like that's a really good question. Nobody has ever asked me that. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Cause I'm just so like, I'm so honest and I'm just myself all the time that I really just don't like what you see is what you get. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't act like somebody that I'm not. Like I'm really like this off camera and on. Like it's not like.
Okay. And Jay, why should we stay on you?
Because like I'm giving people confidence, motivation, dope music. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them sazon. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving you something good to look at, ladies. Why not?
I hear that. And one of my final questions is, what can we expect in the near future from you?
Okay. Next project coming out this year, Call Me Nothing But Him. That's the last installment to the trilogy. That project is, I'm telling you, that shit is gonna be fire.
But it's summer.
I can't give you a date, but it's coming. When you hear it, when you see that, when you listen to that project, they're gonna be like, yo, how did this nigga even get, like, how did he? Don't worry about that. I'm really a wizard in real life.
What? Okay. Do you think that's some of your best music to date?
It's being created as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually creating it right now. So I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I have the songs ready. Nah, I'm actually creating it, stuff like that. I'm figuring out who I want to put on the project and stuff like that with the relationships that I've built and stuff with other artists. And it's going to be fucking fire. If you think the last project was dope, Nigga, I'm about to blow your head away. It's gonna be crazy.
You gonna be in Atlanta for that?
Nah, I'm gonna record it out here this time. So this gonna be my first project that I'm gonna be recording out here.
Whoa.
So it's gonna be a dope experience. We're gonna see how that goes. But I love New York. It's gonna be fire regardless. No matter where I'm at. I could be on Mars. I'm gonna make hits. You know what I'm saying? But more shows. I guess more shows is gonna be happening.
Yeah, I heard your stage presence. It's crazy. I didn't see you in person yet, but
Yeah, like I interact with the crowd. Like, you know, I'm just free. I just try to, like, when I'm performing, I don't overthink shit. Like, I want you to feel me. You feel me?
how's the New York crowd though?
The New York crowd is not. It's not that. It depends on what.
I know we kind of harsh.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of like your presence is what's gonna make them budge. Like, if you go up there and on stage and you just on some like regular shit, like, you gotta make them feel like, yo, this nigga's a star. You gotta really make them. You gotta move them. That's your job as an artist. People paying their money to come see you is a privilege. You're supposed to give them a show, not just stand up there and just like, bro, what the fuck? They didn't have to come see you. So every time I perform, I'm trying to give people a show. Like, damn, this nigga, like, you gonna remember me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make new fans every show, because not everybody in the crowd know who I am. I'm not a superstar yet. So that's how I'm gonna become one. Because I'm trying to grab everybody. I'm trying to take all the fans I could get, come over to Jay Swishes side. You know what I'm saying? So I really try to show off every time. It's not just shows, interviews, music, everything. Because I'm trying to grasp the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like being an artist, as you said. It's not just going in the studio, recording a couple songs. Nah, it's all about style, presence, everything. It takes a lot to become a successful artist. It takes a lot to become a superstar. So that's where I'm trying to head at. Like, I'm not even playing around with nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show the people what the fuck I do.
That's a fact. And I cannot wait to see like what you got in store next.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It'll be a hot summer. We're not giving dates. I don't know when he's dropping it. But no, thank you so much for coming on the show.
I appreciate you.
It's the first time but not the last time. So
At all. I'm coming back.
yeah, for sure. And I'm Ashley Tiffaney, and this is
Jay Swishes, Mr. Him Duncan, Mr. Put That Shit On, man. Come on, man.
tuning out, guys. Bye.